Hello, I'm Christopher Williams, Deputy Superintendent, Seattle Parks, and I'm here with Jesùs Aguirre, our Superintendent. And we were just here in the park having a discussion about race and the role it plays in how we serve the community, how we relate to employees, and how we serve the public. And I was just sharing a story with Jesùs about how I, in phone calls with my kids, they've moved away out of state. One is in California and the other is in the Marine Corps on a ship. And when we talk, they say, "Hey, I love you, Dad, stay woke." And it took me a long time to understand what they meant by stay woke. And I got schooled by my kids on what that expression meant. And it really means staying woke to the reality that we still live in an age of oppression. We still live in an age where race is a big determinant in people's success. And Jesùs and I were just having a discussion about race and how it influences and drives really culture in the organization, services and programs, and how we prioritize how we deliver services and programs and who we serve. What do you have to say about that?
No, I think that's really important, Christopher. And you know, as we think about what's happening in the country and as public servants, what's happening across the country, what's happening here in Seattle, the work that we're doing is even more important.
That's right.
We're really lucky to be in Seattle, and the city has been committed to race and social justice for a long time. The Race and Social Justice Initiative has been around for 15 years. Which is fantastic, but the reality is we have so much more work to do.
So much work.
And so as we think about going into this Foundations of Change 2, I'm really pleased that we're about to do the next step as we work to become an anti-racist organization.
Absolutely.
And that's a lot of work. So I invite all of our team members to be open and ready for these difficult conversations.
Absolutely.
And then the issue of race, as we were talking about, when you think about why we lead with race,
right.
It's actually pretty fundamental. When you think about, we live in a country that was literally built to provide advantages to white folks.
Right.
All of the institutions, all of the structures that we put in place have set up outcomes that disparately negatively impact people of color.
That's right.
I think across the spectrum, whether it's health outcomes, educational outcomes, economic outcomes, people of color are just worse off. There's worse health outcomes in terms of things like life expectancy and diabetes. There's worse educational outcomes in terms of high school graduation rates, the achievement gap, the wealth gap, the rate at which people of color are incarcerated, and you can go on and on and on. And the reality is, as we lead with race, then we will focus on those structural, those institutional challenges, and really begin to undo some of those impacts.
That's right.
So at Parks and Recreation, as you know, we serve everyone.
Right.
But we also need to be clear about the fact that there are some communities that need more because they've been underserved and actually been misserved for generations.
Absolutely.
And so as we invest our resources, as we think about our efforts, this is really where we have to focus our work as we do become, in fact, an anti-racist organization.
You know, Jesùs, you put that really well, and I just want to add that I'm really excited by the enthusiasm and the passion that Seattle Park and Recreation employees bring to this discussion and how they have embraced the issue, and really excited about the next segment of Foundations of Change and really getting our team together and having just a skunk on the table discussion about what this really means moving forward in the organization, how we work with each other, how we serve the community, and how we continue to build on the progress that's been made so far.
You know, you're absolutely right, Christopher. We're really fortunate. I've never worked for an organization with a team like this, of folks that are so dedicated, not just to the work that we do, but to ensuring that we're serving every resident.
That's
so being at Seattle Parks and Recreation, understanding that we've got a lot of work to do, understanding that these are difficult, tough conversations, but the fact that we're all gathering again for a second time to really dig into these issues and being okay with being uncomfortable, being okay with helping each other feel safe and have these conversations.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, the focus is going to be really clear. We're going to serve the residents of the city, and we're going to make sure that we do it in a way that we can all be proud of. And so that when you speak to your kids at night, when they ask you if you're going to stay woke, absolutely. You're really pushing this work forward all across the city.
Wonderful.
We want to thank you for entering this training, this Foundations of Change, with an open mind and ready to work.
All right. Go Seattle Parks. It's all about the people. It's all about the people who work here and the people we serve. So thank you for coming to this next round of Foundations of Change with an equally open mind and open heart to embrace change.
Thank you.
Thank you.